Alrighty then. Welcome to the Retirement Railroad Matinee Modeling live stream, Friday live stream, and maybe a mail call today. We gotta wait and see. Hopefully everybody can hear me okay. Right now I've got four different trains running, and I'll switch things around. Dee-dee-dee-dee. So see if you can find all four trains. Thanks, John, for the audio check. I was counting on you as normal. Hello, Mr. McCurdy. Welcome back from your vacation slash hiatus to Idaho and Montana or Montana. Hey, Rick. Welcome. So right now I've got the Burlington Zephyr, California Zephyr, running on the outer main line. I've got the North Coast Limited, Northern Pacific, running on the Phase 1 inner main line. And the Burlington Blackhawk running on the Phase 2 inner main line. Right down at the bottom of the screen right now. And let's see if everybody can find the fourth one. Yeah, you hit basically everything west of the Rockies there, Lynn. So I named the three passenger trains that are running. Anybody find the fourth train? I did, Lynn, and I forgot what it was. Yes, with your itinerary. Yes, I did see that. I just need to know when you're free to sneak away and come over. I know exactly where your hotel is, so I'll come and get you. You're about, depending on traffic, anywhere from 45 minutes to an hour away, which is not bad in Tampa. Jason. I'm cheap. Not free, but cheap. So anybody find that fourth train yet? Hey, Dave. Welcome. Nobody's found the fourth train yet, huh? Very good, John. You're absolutely correct. Fourth train is the Motorman. But what railroad is that? See who knows what railroad the motorman's running. It hadn't changed, by the way. CTA? No. Although I was looking at the ITLA, they do the New York elevated tracks and they do the Chicago elevated tracks. And I'm thinking, and you probably can't see me close enough up, but right here, all right, in my Chicago scene of putting a elevated line just from there to here, nothing, not working or anything, just as part of the ambiance of the Union Station scene. At least you got it right, Jason. Back in the 60s, it would have been the CTA. Then it became the RTA. Originally, it was the Chicago Transit Authority. Then it became the Regional Transit Authority, and now it's all part of METRA, Metropolitan Transit Authority. Yeah, that's it, Anthony, the little guy. It when I put him on, I did a tip of the day on decaling and so forth, and how a new flag had joined the Retirement Railroad, and it's the Elgin, Joliet, and Eastern, EJ and E. Jason, they don't call it the MTA; they call it Metra. That's how they're all lettered. All right, so I got 4 going. It's still not as many as Opa Dodge, but eventually there will be a 5th. Hey, Scott. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And learning from last week's live stream, this morning, I got them all up and running, made sure all the switches were set. So they're running fine today. Although I think I'm having an issue with the lead F7 on that Northern Pacific. I have to check it out after the stream's over today. Now, here's something. Here's another trivia question. Does anybody notice anything different, all right, on the Retirement Railroad from what's normal? Let you ponder that one for a while. The smart money is on John SRV. But he'll figure it out first. Close, Jason. Close. That's the. It's not a barge though. It's the tugboat. All right, that pushes barges on the Mississippi River system. All right. There's always been 2 barges in the harbor that I don't think are visible. Now you really can't. Well, yeah, you can see the tops of them. It's just the gray underneath the loading platforms. But what is different is 3 things really. That whoop 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 whoop. Um, what is different is that the harbor scene's in place. Normally, I don't have it in place. Okay, but there's something else different in that scene. I had my first derailment, but it was not due to a misaligned switch. Hey, Roy. I'm always goofing off, Roy. All right, I'll go show you. So, as most people know, this whole section here is removable. And normally, I just have that bridge down and this bridge swung into place, and I don't bother pulling this one out of storage, which is under there. Okay, but I went ahead and did that, and I've had it out all week for a reason. You may notice that the watercolor is not that bright aquamarine anymore. What I've done is I've gone ahead and varnished both of these. I have gone ahead, actually there's 3 coats of varnish. Then I went ahead with a brown wash and an olive wash to give it more of the dirty algae look to it. I've also gone in with a light gray wash along the edges for a reflection. But more than that, I added the backdrop. Now I still have some things to do to that backdrop. The water's done, but I've got to add the some ground foam on there to give it some texture and 3-dimensional look to it. I'm not happy with how the water is now. After I did all that, I came in with 2 coats of Mod Podge gloss, and I stippled it with a sponge, to try to give it a little roughed up wave action. I'm just not happy with it. I was trying to mimic Boomer's faux water that he does, but I'm not. I'll be the first to admit I'm not Boomer. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to come back in with more Mod Podge at a thicker level and use a brush to create. Uh-oh, something went haywire. Oh, up here. That's unusual. All right. Huh. I have never derailed there before, ever. Other than when a switch is not right, but switches are right. Hang on. Everybody's looking at my butt crack. All right. So, anyway, I'm going to come in with more Mod Podge at a little bit thicker amount and do some pushing up to create waves. Hopefully, still giving a good gloss, but yet adding texture. So I'm going to try that out, okay, and see how that works. Okay, Jason, no problem. So anyway, that's what I plan on doing here. But anyway, I think the backdrop, it really, instead of having this hole in the scene, now at least the scene kind of flows, I think, anyway. And give you another couple of perspectives on it. Do-de-do-de-do. You got this angle. Hey, Sparky. Glad you can make it. You off today? What's neat about this shot is except for the motorman, all three of the passenger trains have to pass over one of those bridges. And there's one that passes over both of those bridges. At least on this picture, you get to see the barges a little bit better, and the harbor, the loading station / platforms. And I got another view, but it's not as good because the way things sit. This view shows the separation between the lift out section and the pivoting section there to the left. So it's not one I like to show off, at least not in this wide of view. You know, I could take it down and do something more like this. And it's not as bad. But there was no way around because of the doorway and so forth, and the depth of that scene between the water level, the framing underneath, and then the height of the bridges, that I could accomplish anything better than the way I did it. So anyway, here nor there. as I said earlier, or alluded to anyway, I haven't had a mail call all week. I have a package in the mail. Yeah, that's a viable alternative. The only problem with that, Roy, is that seam is kind of close to this to the pivot bridge. Let me change cameras back again. But it is a viable alternative. All right. Um, to have them any closer, all right, putting it like here. All right. And they're not, I do not have them glued down. So I can move them. I can have them tied up to each other. Something like that. So that's a viable alternative. It's not, any way I do it, it's going to be, you're going to see something of it. Whoa, I heard a little click, and I think the Katie coupler had an issue. Oops. All right, I screwed it up. As I said in the movie The Right Stuff, I screwed the pooch. Bending over trying to get to this. I saw this lead F7 jump, which leads me to believe somewhere on the bridge there's something there, and that's what caused it to jump the track. And then leaning in to correct it, of course, I knocked up this F7 off, E7 off the tracks. So, and we were doing so good up to that point. Ooh. There it is. Okay. About lost that coupler. I was wondering why it wouldn't couple up. Now it will. Alright, that should do it. Yeah, the Mississippi and the Ohio and the Illinois and stuff, yeah, they would be. That section that's actually modeled has very light barge traffic between north of Joliet up into the Cal-Sag Harbor area. So hey, Chesco! Brides? Bridges. Now this swing bridge will actually swing. I mean, it's got the motor and everything and a switch to do it. The only problem is the tolerances on this Walthers swing bridge are incredibly picky. Okay. And so I just elected, I put rail joiners on and said I'm not gonna open it. So anyway, I'm pretty pleased that I finally started working on this backdrop and doing a little bit more on the harbor scene. Considering it, you know, this harbor scene here is, God, I started it and it sat for a year and a half as it was. So anyway, the package I'm expecting, can anybody guess where it's coming from? I bet you some of you can. I bet Joe Rader can guess where it's coming from. I bet you Rick Bailey can guess where it's coming from. Lynn, you should probably be able to guess too. There you go, John. It's actually Caboose Stop Hobbies. There used to be a Caboose Hobbies out in Colorado that went belly up, I think. And it was actually a big player for a long time. And then all of a sudden, poof, they're gone. But Caboose Stop Hobbies up in Cedar Falls, Iowa. It's very entertaining to watch their Wednesday live streams. Carol and Ian and Keith and the whole crew are just fun to watch. And great prices, good people, just a lot of fun. Hey, Bernard. Yeah, I've got, it's my August box. Don't ask me what's in it. I have no idea. I'm not sure they know. Although this time I didn't talk to Carol, I talked to Keith. And he went through everything with me, and it's primarily vehicles. Because I need a ton of vehicles. All right. This area here in Chicago, up there on Lakeshore Drive, Aurora still needs more vehicles. Route 83, you know, about the only. Oh, and I will need some more over here in the suburban scene when I start to build it as well. I hope I should have asked this earlier. Now that we're 30 minutes into the live stream, are the sound decoders too loud for y'all? Can you hear me okay? I know John said audio was fine. I just want to make sure the trains weren't drowning me out. Oh, somebody's dinging me. Okay, Lynn. Like I say, I'll be home that whole week. All you gotta do is let me know if you have time. Barely hear them? Great. Thanks, Edward. Sound is perfect, Lynn. Thank you. Hey, Derek. Bernard says, trains, I didn't hear them. Well, they're blowing their horns right now. I'm glad to hear the sound is okay. My last two videos have been problematic. So did everybody see what not to do with the paint booth? What a freaking mess that was. Or is still. I'm still cleaning it up. Looked good on paper though, by golly. Pretty stupid after the fact. Now as I get Chicago built over here, okay, there will be a streetcar running around Union Station on another Motorman. But I'm also going to have it with a rheostat where I can switch it from Motorman to, well, the Motorman has a switch that will go, it's an accessory switch like the one I have, that you can run it off the Motorman or normal, okay? And the Motorman I have for Aurora, the normal is DCC. The Motorman I'm going to have running the Union Station trolley is going to have both DCC and 12-volt variable through a rheostat located on the panel here. Okay, and the reason behind that is when kids come over, they want to touch things, okay? And to keep them occupied and from touching things I don't want them to touch, I'm going to let them run the streetcar. I can switch it over from Motorman to normal and switch it. The streetcar itself will be DC as a default, and I'll let them use the rheostat to control the speed of it. So that's the idea. Yeah, that overspray will get you every time. I guess being in the spray booth really solves that problem. Okay, I can paint in here now. Just don't use spray adhesive. Spray adhesive does not work well. Does not play well with others. My wife's more upset about the wet bar outside I have. Me using it as a slop sink to clean my brushes and stuff. She took a look at that the other day. She was not happy. And rightfully so. I got lazy and didn't want to walk to the side of the house to the hose to clean them. Overall, these three are running pretty well. Except a couple minor hiccups that turned one of them into a major hiccup due to my big belly. So if we hear my dog, Penny, go nutso, All right, we'll know we're going to have a mail call. Normally, when Carol ships stuff to me, it goes out on the Monday, and I get it UPS on Thursday. Okay. I didn't get it yesterday, so I'm expecting it today. And bless their heart, they don't send you a tracking number to find out, and that's okay. I don't care. It's the suspense, adds to the thrill of the adventure of Caboose Stop Hobbies. Uh, I get more comments. Yeah, Roy. Yeah, one hit the layout when I was over here, over at the bridges. I had on the back bridge. I had an F7 jump up. It must have hit something on the track. I didn't find it. But anyway, as I bent over to fix it, this Burlington Blackhawk came through, and my belly knocked the E unit off the track. I think. All right. Time to do the big swap, the big changeroo. All right. All righty then. Let's do the big switcheroo here. Well, what did I do wrong? Big switcheroo didn't go very well. All right, time for the North Coast Limited to arrive at Union Station. And for the city of Los Angeles, just departed. All right. Do 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 do. Boop, 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 boop. Alrighty. Time for these F units to go on to the turntable. Okay. Now let's get the other one up and running. Alright, now if I whoops, 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 whoa, 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 whoa. Well, that's okay. Actually, it's not, but okay. Too many trains, not enough hands. Whoop, 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 whoop. Two. Now that should not have derailed. Why did it? Ah, the switch through on the other side, but not on this side, as it is supposed to. And actually, something through it. Interesting. Interesting. All right. So I got all those going. Now I can get that one. I'm so confused. Yeah, that one can be, no, not yet. All right, too many trains, not enough hands. Yeah. Forgot to throw a switch there. Had a switch throw that shouldn't have thrown. So there must have been a short and a DC. I don't know. But it shouldn't have thrown. This one came off the track because I was busy over there and didn't throw the right switch. Funny how that works. All right, so I got to park those back in. F units, Northern Pacific F units have to go back in the shed. Yeah. All right. That's not good. Never good to stop a train on changing power districts. All right. We'll shut those off. All right. Bells, whistles. Oh, no need. Octo hand, Steve. Yeah. All right. So what I was trying to do was put the North Coast Limited back in Union Station, start up the Union Pacific City of Los Angeles, and they both were on the same track, so I had to move one off of one track. Well, when I moved it off the other track, I had to slow the Zephyr down, and it's not that complicated. You just can't watch everything all at one time. That's why it helps to have a good conductor. Mr. John Linton's not here today, and he will attest that I am the world's worst conductor. You thought I was going to say best, right? Nope. Hey, Randall. I'm glad you can make it. So, the theme of today's live stream is, what will Steve mess up next? You know, I guess I'm a Heath protege. So at least I can blame Heath, right? I got the uniform for it. We'll go over just to make sure everybody knows. See, I'm in uniform today. Oh, still no UPS man. Normally he comes fairly early. So what's in the box that I know of? Well, some of you may recall I got this Athearn GP 35. 2 shipments ago from Carol, and it's a dummy. Okay. Well, lo and behold, a few weeks ago, they had a GP35 powered chassis blue box. So I snatched it up. Okay. And depending on what generation it is, it could be a solid swap out there. So I know I got that coming. Other than that, I think it's primarily vehicles. I don't think there's any rolling stock. I still have these 2 kits from the last 2 weeks. I'm gonna switch, since trains aren't running, I'm gonna switch off of that. Switch over to here. And we're gonna get rid of that, and hey, younger Steve. So I still have these 2 kits. This one was a guy from Caboose Stop Hobbies that I've gotten to know, John Morris, sent me this one, and because he's a CB&Q guy as well and knows I am, so he sent me this Intermountain kit to do. And then if y'all haven't checked out Jason's rolling stock he's got for sale, you should probably do so. It's all great stuff. Some of it like new, if not new. It's just not the era he wants to run. So I picked up this one, and it's brand new. It's a kit, and it's the era he runs, but it's a duplicate road number. All right, and he knows I don't have this one, so we're both trying to get a number of these Icebox reefers under the Wilson road name, so that I can do the slaughtering and dressing them out at my packing plant, and then the meat train can leave Chicago and go down to Arkansas, where his plant turns it into potted meat. My street switcher was running. Yes, it was. I think it still is. Oh, you're saying I shouldn't have turned that off because the street switcher was still running. Yeah, you're right. I need to turn the street switcher off. There you go. There. That solved that issue. Thank you, John. Glad to see you can make it. You snuck in on me. I was just, depending on how long you're here, you may have heard me say that I'm the world's, fill in the blank, conductor. Go ahead, John. You're supposed to fill it in. Fill in the blank. I am the world's blank conductor. Absolutely, John. Same thing I said. No, Derek, not. I am not the world's best. That's for sure. Far, far, far from it. All right. I love my track plan, being able to turn trains around and change routes where it adds interest. People commonly try to figure out how I have a train going one way and all of a sudden that's going on the same track going the other way, and it adds to not only interest, it does add to the complexity. Oh, thanks, Lynn. But an enjoyable conductor, yeah. I enjoy it. So it's a whole lot easier when I'm only running 1 or 2 trains. But I was up to 4 and trying to run 5, and that's when everything went haywire. And it's easy, right up to the point you try to run 2 trains on the same track, especially if they're going in opposite directions. And that's what I was trying to do, trying to bypass one around the other, which is fine if there wasn't another train on that bypass route. Bernard, yes and no. This is an iPhone here. So it is running Y throttle. All right. This is an Android phone, so it's running Engine Driver. And both of my Kindles run Engine Driver as well. Now I could use them as throttles, but I don't. One I use for the layout interactive diagram for switching, electronic switching, just pressing a button on the diagram and the switch throws. The other one I use for operations, as the conductor, I can use it to what cars I got to pick up where and where they need to be set out, and check them off electronically check them off the list as we go. World's sanest conductor? No, I don't know about that, Roy. So I find Engine Driver's better at some things and Y Throttle's better at others. I actually like Y Throttle to run the trains. I like Engine Driver to run the layout. All right, for the switching and so forth. So. And of course, it's all tied in through the engine drivers are all tied in through JMRI, and Engine Driver and Y Throttle does it too. But since I enjoy using the Y Throttle more for running the trains, I use the Engine Driver as more of a computer interface, where it pulls up the JMRI panels and such. Well, Edward, I could if I had the physical and mental capacity to do so. or dexterity even, or a combination of the 3. Yes, you can do both. All right. Someone can, I'm sure. I'm just challenged in that regard. You know, for most of you, for the first 30 minutes or so we were running, there were no issues. No issues really. Everything ran fine. You know, I didn't have to interact with it, and it's when I started to interact with it in an overly complicated manner that we started to have the issues. So. But John Linton can attest. Hey, hi, welcome. And where's your package coming from, Randall? I'm really hoping mine comes today. I have so many, I've been piddling with the harbor scene and that backdrop. By the way, if anybody knows, let me switch something here for a minute. Let me switch cameras. I'm looking for something. And let's use this camera to do it. And okay, just left of that water tower. Okay, just left of the water tower. You can see the seam here between the two backdrops. Now, don't worry, I got to add clouds and stuff to this. I got a lot to do to it yet. But I need something, and I have in my mind what I want. Back in the school days, which is many years ago, there you could get these little presentation type binders that were nothing more than a colored, clear, folded acetate that you stuff your pages in between it, and then you slid a plastic, for lack of a better term, clamp. All right, it gripped. Anybody know what I'm talking about? Oh yeah, most definitely, Bernard. Once you have JMRI hooked up, that Amazon Fire, and that's what I have. They're both Fires. I call them Kindles, but when you turn them on, it says Amazon Fire. So I'm sure they're the same thing. Yeah. Okay, John. You know what I'm talking about. What I am thinking, and I know they're made. I just don't know what to call them. I've been racking my brain and doing all kinds of Google searches. But picture this, John, having two of them back to back. Okay, where it could be slid down this seam to keep these two together like that. All right. That's what I'm looking for. Does that make sense? All right, Randall. All right, Lynn. Don't know what I'm talking about. John knows what I'm talking about, so there. Neither do I. And I've seen what I'm looking for. I have seen for joining aluminum. All right, I've seen them in aluminum, not plastic, and they're not really clamps. They're just guides that slip down on a joint of like sheetrock or something like that. So I've seen them before. I just don't know where. But anyway, that's what I'm looking for. I'll eventually find them. I think it'd be a great way to join backdrops, because then you just, if it was plastic, you just paint the same color as the rest of the backdrop, and I think it'd work really good. But here nor there. Here nor there. I'm wondering, I could probably make some out of some styrene, but I bet you over time the styrene would peel apart. Well, it all depends, Lynn. I mean, if they go over that gap, I mean, I'm not talking about something that's going to be invisible, all right? I'm just something that will hold the two together on the same plane, and that could be painted to semi-match. Anyway. Car door jamb, Edward, is a rubbery type thing. And excuse me, bulges. So I don't think that's not what I'm looking for. Okay. I'm looking for something that's like It's like, it looked like an I-beam or an H-beam, except that the ends would be flexible and tight so that you could slip it on and it would hold them together. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for, Lynn. Exactly. All right. And I thought it was paneling where I've seen it before, and I think you can get it in colors. All right, I think it comes in different colors too. So I'll have to take a look at that. Oh, did you, John? Okay, let me take a look. I thought I heard something. Do, 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 do. Uh, oh, I bet you sent it. Yeah, that's the other, my other mail. Do, do, do. There we are. Hey, John, did you send it to AOL or Gmail? Not seeing it on either. Hadn't come through, John. Hadn't come through, John. Oh boy, I'm invited to a barbecue party tomorrow at Ace. They want my money. Oh well. Yeah. Well, at least the mailboxes are. It might just take some time, John. I presume you sent it to my contact off of my yeah, the AOL. Okay. Yes, Lynn, that's exactly what I'm looking for. Providing it clamps down enough onto masonite. That is exactly what I'm looking for. So what do they call that? Divider molding. At Home Depot. Composite white divider molding. 1/4 inch. We'll see. I bet you I can go and find out. Eggs are done. Ding. Hey, Gus. Dong, ding, dong. So, anyway. So now I know where to go and what to look for. Thank you all. I knew it was out there. I just didn't know where to look and what it was called. Divider molding. That's. I kept looking for joiners. And guess what? It it doesn't come up on that under that. Oh. Ding, ding, ding. Wrong one. Ignore that one. Yeah, the only thing I'm worried about, Lynn, on the 1/4 inch, because the Masonite's 1/8 inch. So I'll have to take a look at it. Now it may clamp down to 1/8 inch and be 1/4 inch at the divide, and that'd still be okay. And I could probably even put some kind of filler shim on it as well. I can make it work. Yeah, I'll find it. You know, most of those apps will tell you, you know, if you shop your local store on the app, it'll tell you where it's located, what aisle and bin number. So I'll run over there this weekend. Yeah, I'm glad there's different sizes. If they had 1/8, that'd probably be better. Nothing like joining the conversation late, Mr. Linton. What we're talking about is something to join two backdrops together, okay, and hold them together, but yet not on a permanent basis. So you could slide my removable backdrop over the harbor scene so I could slide it out, okay? And I've seen this stuff before, and I didn't know what it was called. And I asked the question, and both John and Lynn came up with what I was looking for. All right. Oh, you're helping your wife. I understand. That's not gonna. That's still not gonna get you off of getting grief that you came into the conversation late. Yes, like you use for drywall. All right. Or paneling. And where I'd seen it before, I think was paneling. So. Yeah, shower panels too. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, most definitely. Put a bead of caulk in there and slide her in, and away you go. It works at Home Depot. Yeah, I'll find them. Now that I know I wasn't dreaming about them. I thought I'd seen them before. So, John Linton, did you ever call Carol at Caboose Stop? I forgot the question you were going to ask her. John, I'm not driving 45 minutes to Pinellas Park when I've got one 8 miles down the road. And yes, I know that they will tell you the bin and aisle location. So I know it's a busy week. I was just asking. I don't even remember what you were going to ask her. Yeah. And Lynn, Roy, the recollection was from back in my 20s. So it was a psychedelic imagination. Man, I was hoping the dog would have gone nuts. Well, I can tell you, just bid on something, John. It's easy. And it's not really bid, you just post for it. And if you're the first one in line, you get it. But you don't, if you scroll up and down, trying to figure out if you want it or not, don't, because that's not accurate. The replay will be in the right order, because there's been a lot of times that I've scrolled up and down during the live session and I'm going, oh, I got this, and then I look at the replay and I didn't get that. All right, John, take care. Thanks for your help. Appreciate it. You know, when Rick Bailey turned me on to Caboose Stop Hobbies, God, January, February, I guess it was. There's like 30 people on the live stream. Hell, this last Wednesday for the HO, for this last Wednesday, there was over 130 people. It's getting crazy. God, I really wanted to figure out what I got. Oh, I also ordered something from Amazon today too. That will be in next week's. I know for sure I'll have a mail call. I know. Stop telling people about it. It's fine. It's all in fun. All in fun. You know, as long as people are bidding on things I don't want, I don't care. That's right. You're there now too, aren't you, Derek? You know, Derek's there. Jared's always on. Of course, Joe's there every week. Lynn hangs out there before he went on vacation. Rick, of course. Bill, Model Railroading with Bill. Bill from Virginia. He's always on there. Trying to figure out who else is of kind of our community. I'm sure there's more that I'm just not remembering. Yeah, Roy, I think you would like it because they do have vehicles. Not that many trucks though. Not like, you know, the high definition ones you typically buy, but Caboose Stop Hobbies on YouTube. Every Wednesday, they'll do a half an hour live stream, and they'll go around the store and they'll show the new products and what the prices are and what they discount it for. Then they'll they'll have a bunch of stuff that they're trying to get rid of, and a lot of it is from estate sales and or new old stock. So the prices are really, really good. Um, and like you can get, you know, Intermountain kits, typically run what, $20 plus, 15, $20. This one's $13.95. They'll have something like this for $10. You know, they'll have blue box stuff for $7, $8. A lot of times with metal wheels and KD couplers, and it's Carol is this mature woman, and her staff is typically all mature guys. Run this thing, and they show you, and it'll have what the price is and what the number is, and then the first person to type in the number, all right, they wins it for that price. There's no upbidding or anything like that, and it's just a lot of fun. And it lasts. They have a half an hour O scale, a half an hour HO scale, and a half an hour N scale. And then on Mondays they'll do some extras as well. Yeah, I mean it is entertainment value is there too, because Carol and Ian will go back and forth on the prices of different things, and Ian will say, "Why'd you price it at this when you got that one at that?" And she says, "I don't know, because I like this one better." Yeah, it's just fun. It's and here's the kicker. Okay, let's say the first time I actually bought something, I think I bought like $20 worth of stuff. So I called in. They don't do PayPal or any of that. There's no store on the website. They do have a website, but it's just for informational purposes. There's no storefront there. There's no storefront on eBay, at least not that I know of. And they just do these shows. And so yeah, if you have to call in like on Thursday or Friday after the show and give them your credit card and shipping information, and then they ship it out to you. Well, the first time I called in, I'd bought like I say, 15, $20. I don't even remember, and introduced myself to Carol, and she said, "Well, Steve, you really don't have enough to justify the shipping, because you're gonna pay $15 shipping or thereabouts." And she says, "Why don't you just wait till next week and see what you get next week?" Okay, so I go next week, buy a few more things, call her back up. "Well, you still don't have enough, Steve." Okay, no problem. I'll keep going. Well, hell, I went on for like a month before I got up 70, $80 before, and Carol said, "Okay, I'll ship it to you now." All right. Well, in the interim, more shows come, and I bought more stuff, and what ends up happening is you pay for what you buy, but you might week one. I might get when my shipment arrives, I might have week 1, week 2, and week 5, okay, in a box, and I pay for that box. Weeks 3 and 4 might show up next month, all right, but you don't pay for it till they ship it. So it's like opening a surprise package. Okay. Yeah, they had containers. They routinely have containers, Roy. Uh, yeah, Carol's like everybody's grandma. Yeah, and she likes these weird hats, and she's just a lot of fun. And this could, being a native, even though I grew up in Chicago suburb, I'm a native Iowan, and it's just so typical of uh, the and I don't want to say backwards, because it's not backwards. It's yesteryear, okay, um, and still the trusting attitudes, the good work ethic. It's just the agricultural based community. I'd say farmer, but even if you're not a farmer, you still have that type of thing. So it's something it's a rare commodity anymore. So, well, I hope your dinner was good, Hi. In kindergarten over here, they taught us you don't eat unless you got enough for everybody. uh, Hi, I meant to tell you, you missed that big koi show in Arson by Venlo. That was this last week. Not this last week, the week before. So, God, we're at an hour, almost an hour and a half, and no UPS. I'm so bummed. And just so everybody knows, I'm opening that package when it gets here. I'm not waiting until next week. We'll review it next week, but I'm going to go ahead and open it. Hi. Anything good? Well, you're on holiday. You should have gone. I had a bunch of friends there. It's the largest koi show outside of Japan, as a matter of fact. Top Gun Mavericks available to buy. Am I reading that right? Feel the need. Wonder how much it is. All right, I'm checking it out. Amazon just sent me the. What happened? I lock up? God dang it. Oh, there it is. It's $20. Hey, JB. We got a JD and a JB. Oh, Roy, I wish. Yeah, that's true. It might be. I honestly lose track of what I have bid on, let alone what I have actually won. Um, that's why it's it's like a little kid at Christmas. You're opening up packages that you don't know what's in there. Like I said, the only thing I remember was the powered chassis for that GP35 behind me. All right, Roy, take care. Okay, I think Derek just asked me something, which brings up another good point. Yes, Derek asked me if I had a tracking number so I could see. Carol doesn't give you a tracking number. At least she's never given me a tracking number. Typically, you don't get a receipt until the package arrives. So, yeah. No, you don't have a tracking number. I understand. Hi, I understand. If you ever do get over to Arson, hi, there's a place. The name of it is Cleavers Ice Cream, right on the Maas River. I think it's the Maas, and they have these fantastic ice cream creations. That's the only way I can explain it. Okay. And you'll have it, being like a big giant martini glass, and it's just really probably the best ice cream shop I've ever been in, anywhere in the world, and second to none. So if you get over in that area in the downtown Arson, right on the Maas River, stop at Cleavers. See, Derek, that doesn't work. Okay, you have to wait until the video posts to watch the replay, because it will be different. What appears on your screen live is the order in which you are receiving the feedback on everybody that's posting. That can be different than the order that Caboose Stop Hobby is receiving the postings feedback. Okay, so it's not until the replay that it's set in concrete, and they go by the replay. So you can think you've won things and not. You can think you've lost things and actually won them. So it's you got to watch the replay if you want to remember what you actually got. You got to watch the replay, not the live. Scrolling up and down the live won't do you any good. Okay. So the exact opposite is true, Derek. Shut it off. And then look at the replay, and that will be the same order that Caboose Stop Hobbies received it in. And nanoseconds matter, and it's even more important now with 130 people versus 30. Well, then, stop in there. All right, treat yourself to an ice cream. Okay, and they've got and if it's a nice day, they got a great patio area out back. It's elevated up above the river, and you just sit there eating your ice cream as the barge traffic and boats go by. It's extremely enjoyable. Across the street, in the little Y of an intersection, there's also a nice little bistro, pub, whatever. Nice place to have an afternoon beer. Yeah, you can see that, Derek. But like I say, all you got to do, instead of not shutting it off, shut it off. All right. And then bring it back up, because it'll be the after the show's ended, it'll be the taped replay. And then that is what, if I'm not mistaken, should be the same as what Caboose Stop Hobby sees. And not only fast finger and fast computer speed, you need a fast connection. All right, that's probably as important as everything else. So if you had a ultra high speed connection and you lived in the state of Iowa, you're gonna beat somebody with a slow connection down here in Florida. Was there 200 this last time, Bernard? I thought they said 130. But yeah, it would not surprise me. Would not surprise me at all. All right, hi. Joe's got a whole train of rolling stock. Was it your last vid, Joe? You had all the weeks worth of different weeks worth of rolling stock you'd gotten, uh, and you had them in the order that you received them. Was that the same order as you bought them? Mine are always different, but that's cool. I don't care. I mentioned to Keith when I paid for everything last week for this shipment. Keith said, "Oh, go out early next week." I said, "Okay, no hurry." And he says, "Don't tell us that. You never know when you're going to get something." It just makes it more fun, Derek. Haven't you ever heard the saying, "The more the more the merrier"? Well, yeah, Bernard, you live out there in the middle of the desert. Now you watch. Anybody want to bet? We should run a pool on after the stream ends. How long will it be before the UPS man gets here? And that's assuming he's going to come today. I know, what was it, 2 weeks ago? When I was waiting on the package and I knew it was coming, but it was USPS for this car and another from Jason. I mean, it couldn't have been. It was between 5 and 10 minutes after I closed the stream down that the package arrived. Our mailman I've seen our mailman come as early as 11. I've seen him come as late as 6:30 in the evenings. And UPS is normally here 11:30, 12 o'clock. That's why I was kind of hoping he'd be here. Good point, Derek. I'm not, Skylink is that satellite base. All right, John, have fun with that. Make sure you have all the pieces. Make sure they all match. Yeah, Jason shipped real fast. All right. Bought it on late Sunday. He shipped it on, it wasn't Jason's fault. He shipped it on Monday. Okay. And it just took forever to get here. Because I had the notification that not only what had the shipping label been generated, it was in the USPS possession on Monday afternoon. Okay. So it wasn't, he shipped it really fast. It was just the post office that was a tad slower than normal. It used to be back in the day, 3 days anywhere in the country. Letter, package, didn't matter. 3 days. Not anymore. And, and in today's day and age, we have far better logistics systems. Oh yeah, we get a big rainstorm every day. About 4 o'clock in the afternoon, Len. You can count on it. This is our rainy season. Actually, it's a good thing that we do have them, because it relieves the energy and cuts down on hurricanes. We haven't had any hurricanes yet, so that's a good thing. We had a big rainstorm last night. We'll have another one tonight. I mean, it's just a daily thing. Now last night's was pretty cool because it not only was rain, it was a lot of thunder and lightning too. It was pretty cool. Growing up in the Midwest, always had storm fronts come through. Well, these are different down here. They're not really fronts as much as squalls coming in off of either the Gulf or the Atlantic. So. Oh, okay. That'll work, Lynn. That's fine. If for some reason he gets hung up and can't, okay, and he knows he's welcome. All right. So I need a new conductor since John Lenton bailed on me. I mean, I need a new partner to run this thing. Where do I? Okay, wait a second. I missed. He's got a. You got to find. He did a short that had a spreadsheet on it, and you could look at the spreadsheet. So you could drop him a line, Bernard, and either he could send you the link or send you the spreadsheet, either one. Last time I talked to him, he still had a lot of stuff left. Now this weekend, today, he is the Central Arkansas train show, and I know he's got a booth at that train show, so he's going to be tied up most of the weekend. Yeah, but Lynn, that was 20 years ago. We can do that, Lynn. Most definitely. Absolutely. Get the three of us in here running trains, man. Tell Jason that I don't have near the derailments. When he was over here, I was still in the track tuning stages. So I've worked out most, if not all, of the little issues from when he was here. Yeah, I wish I could just give you the link, Bernard, but I know I went and looked for it to put it in last week's stream, and I couldn't find it. Okay. All right, Edward. Edward's on. Typically has his live stream at 2:30ish, if I'm not mistaken, Edward. So tune in to Edward's live stream, and then of course Anthony Dodge does his live stream at 3:30. Yeah, that's my only issue all the time, Derek. Remembering to throw the switch. 90% of my derails are because I didn't throw the switch. Or I threw it when I shouldn't have. Either way. Take your pick. I can remove. Oh, I didn't even know I did that. Okay. I got to find out where it's at to remove it. There it is. I didn't post that on purpose. Just clicked by mistake. All right, we're going to wrap these things up. Unfortunately, no mail call. That just means we're going to have... Oh, wrong. Ding, 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 ding. Back the truck up. I did get a mail call. And I forgot about it. I got my Mini Prints of the Month package. I'm a member of the Mini Prints Print of the Month Club. So, and I got that this week and I forgot all about it. So we got inside here, we got a bunch of different things. In this baggie, and I haven't painted them yet, I've got a mailbox where the post goes down into a milk jug. I've got a mailbox attached to a wagon wheel. I've got, there's another, a mailbox attached to a big water pump. Okay, that's the mailboxes. Okay. I also got 2 donkeys. One of them is a pack. Got a pack on him, boxes on across his back. The other one doesn't. Okay. Then I got, this is a bigger one. This one has 2 horse troughs, 2 water wells, crank the bucket up type water wells. It's got like a heating fuel tank. It's got a propane tank. And then it's got 2 tractor tires and different stacks of like regular tires. So the tractor tires and the regular tires, I'll get those painted up, and those will go over into the Woody's salvage yard. I'll probably put one of the wishing wells up at the Backwoods Bordello. And I'm not sure where I'm going to put the heating oil tank or the propane tank. Whoop, 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 whoop. I'm dropping stuff. Ding, 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 ding. So we did get a mail call in, didn't we? Now that I remembered. See what happens when you get old, you forget stuff. Anyway, I love my mini prints. Love my mini prints. Yes, Derek, I have 2 asses and one's loaded. Loaded for bear. So right now I've got the majority of 3 months worth. Here I've got to paint. A lot of what's in these are going to go on my Suburban scene here. Okay, that's why I haven't done anything with them. Although those tires are going to go over there to the salvage yard, junkyard. Cool. So we did get a mail call in. Yay. All right. Well, let's go ahead and park some trains. Oof. Maybe. All right. So the first one we got to bring in Roll. Well, the battery's dead on the Android phone, so not much we can do with it. Okay. So, first thing we're going to do is we're going to park the Blackhawk. All right, Blackhawk's put away. Now let's put away the city of Los Angeles. Yeah, mail call and the dog never barked. Well, that's because the mini prints arrived Tuesday. I just forgot about them. That's what happens when you get old. You get that CRS disease. All right, so the city of Los Angeles is parked. All right. Hey, Heath. Yeah, we're just getting started. You betcha. We're actually about 5 minutes from wrapping it up. Once I get the Zephyr put away. See how easy it is to run them when it's only one at a time? There we go. All righty then. Oof. And Mr. Linton's back. Exactly, Steve. Before I have any more derailments, right? I'm wondering why. Oh, well. All right, all right, all right. So anyway, Heath, the gist of today was we were waiting for UPS to show up with my August Caboose Stop Hobbies purchases, but UPS has not shown up. And the only other mail call I had, which I had totally forgotten about, shame on me, was my mini prints of the club stuff came in today. So, and we went through what that was. Some neat, detailed stuff. Primer gray for the inside. Absolutely. So, do you use acrylic or do you use a rattle can Rust-Oleum or Krylon? Inquiring minds want to know, John. I never did get the email from John. I wonder. Wonder. Doot. What do you mean no sound? Primer gray for the inside? I don't have any sound? All right, folks. John says no sound. There it is, John. Oh. Okay. See, Lynn can hear me, John. Just you. Go figure. John, Lynn hears me. JB hears me. Joe hears me. You know what the problem is, John? You're not listening. Couldn't resist. Of course, he didn't hear it. All right, we're just past the 2 minute mark. I mean the 2 hour mark. So anyway, we gotta wait till next week. See what I got from Caboose Stop Hobbies. Huh? What did you say? Huh? I said he doesn't listen. You can hear me now? Just like Verizon, right? Can you hear me now? Yeah. because now you're listening. All right, folks. Thanks for joining me here at the Retirement Railroad Matinee Modeling Friday live stream, guys. So, yeah, no. Tune in next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. Bye, everybody.